Tracy Robinson could be the one to rumble killer John Sugden in Emmerdale. A scene on Tuesday saw her speaking with Liam Kavanagh, who shared his own confusion over recent developments in Nate Robinson's murder case. Fans know that John killed Nate by accident and disposed of his body, before covering his tracks. When Nate's body was found, John had to act, and he framed a patient named Owen for the crime, before letting Owen die from an overdose. But amid his guilt over his behavior seemingly leading to him being exposed, or at least sparking concern, another character not mentioned as being involved in the big episodes next week could help trigger John's comeuppance. Tracy heard Liam share his confusion about Owen being able to overpower a giant of a man, meaning Nate. Owen is said to have killed Nate in a roadside row before dumping the body in a lake, all revealed in a confession left by Owen. Of course, the note was actually left by John, and in the latest episode, both Liam and Tracy doubted Owen was strong enough. It's Tracy who will now act on this, as she looked deeply intrigued by Liam's comments on Tuesday. She seemed to really think about what it could mean, and whether Owen did kill her husband Nate. In upcoming scenes, Tracy will speak to Charity Dingle about it, sharing the similarities between Nate and Mac's disappearances. With Mac believed to be sulking in London after his split from wife Charity, they have no idea he's been attacked and held captive by killer John after Mac found out the truth about Nate's death. So will Tracy get Charity on side and anyone else, ahead of Paddy's concerning discovery and Robert Sugden racing off to save John's husband Aaron? One fan believed so, writing, "My money is on Tracy finding Mac. I'd love to see the story go full circle with all she's been through with Nate. She won't let it happen again to anyone else. It'd make her character way more interesting too," another fan suggested. How about a Tracy, Liam, Paddy team up? There's deadly scenes ahead next week in The Fallout, as John and his brother Robert have the showdown of all showdowns, resulting in more than one character fighting for their lives. John initially attacks Robert as the latter races to the cottage to save his ex-husband and soulmate Aaron. John has been drugging his husband Aaron in the days prior to this, with it seemingly all coming out to a horrified Aaron that his husband John is hiding some very dark secrets. A confrontation between the brothers turns violent and Robert is left lifeless on the ground as he's attacked. In some seriously tense scenes, Aaron searches the woods for his missing friend Mac, while John chases him and they end up at a cliff top over a gorge. As a distressed Aaron begs for answers on Mac, John tries to give a cover story for everything that Aaron now knows, but it's too late and the wool is no longer over the latter's eyes, leading to a planned police confession. He stops though the moment Robert appears, desperate to save Aaron from John. John turns on Aaron, making accusations about him and Robert before he does the unthinkable to try to tear them apart for good. John calls the police and frames Robert for what's about to happen, before he jumps from the edge with his arms wrapped around his terrified husband. Emmerdale airs weeknights at 7:30 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX, with an hour-long episode on Thursdays.